Today is a beautiful day and we're talking softball. That's right, today we are talking women's softball. It's been a while since I've done a Diamond Girls series video, but we're back and we're talking about some of the greatest softball players that have ever played the game. And I'm going to be talking about three very special athletes, three ladies who dominated, who are legends in this sport. So let's get into it. For today's video, I'm at Downey Park, located in the Union Park area of Orlando, Florida. This is used for Little League Baseball and girls softball. And being that women's softball is in full swing, I wanted to talk about some very special players, and one in particular that got her start right here in this field. That's right, I'm going to be talking about these three ladies here at Union Park Little League and softball fields, which is a special place because the first lady I'm talking about, this is where she grew up. She was born and raised in Orlando, Florida, and she got her start right on this field here. And that player is softball legend Dot Richardson. So Dot grew up pretty close to here. She would come to these ball fields to play baseball with her brothers. And this is back in the early 70s when girls didn't play Little League. There wasn't Fastpitch softball or anything like that. So she would just play with her brothers. But Dot was so good, everyone knew she was a special player. And one day, while she was playing catch with her brother, helping him break in his catcher's mitt, a coach noticed her and came up and offered her to play baseball. Being that she was a girl, they said, don't worry about it. We'll cut your hair or tuck your hair in and we'll call you Bob, so you can be like one of the boys. But Dot didn't like that. She didn't want to just pretend to be somebody that she's not. So she waited, and she didn't have to wait long, because 30 minutes later, that same day, another coach approached her. She was just like, well, here we go again. She had told him the same thing she told the previous coach. Well, I don't want to play as a boy. He said, no. Let me introduce you to the head coach. And the head coach was a girl. And that coach had a team called the Union Park Jets. That's a women's fast pitch softball team. And she wanted Dot to play on her team. But here's the thing. Dot was only 10 years old, and all the girls playing on this team were in their 20s. So they were like, what can we do to make this happen? Well, her parents were okay with it. Everybody else on the team was okay with it because Dot could really hang with these women. So that's how she got her start, right here on this field. This is where the Union Park Jets played ball. So there was young Dot getting her chance, playing with women, getting to play baseball or softball. She didn't have to play with her brothers anymore. She was living her dream. But she kept getting better and better. And at only 13 years old, Dot had a chance to join the Orlando Rebels, and she did just that. She started playing professional fast pitch women's softball with the Orlando Rebels at only 13 years old, already becoming a legend. But that was only the beginning, because she was going to go on to bigger and better things. A few years later, Dot is in college. She's playing softball for Western Illinois. And that was okay, but she wanted to play for the very best. She wanted to play for UCLA. And after a year, she got that opportunity. She transferred to UCLA. And in 1982, the first year they had Division I women's softball tournament, Dot Richardson led the UCLA Bruins to the first ever championship. So Dot's career so far is already amazing. From playing with the Union Park Jets, then the Orlando Rebels, and winning a championship with the UCLA Bruins, what else could Dot do? Well, she started winning gold medals at the Pan Am Games for women's softball. She also personally got a degree as a doctor. That's right, she became an orthopedic surgeon, which is amazing in itself. But while doing that, she was also playing softball. So just an incredible woman, incredible athlete, but she didn't end there. In 1996, the first time that women's softball was featured in the Olympic Games, Dot Richardson won a gold medal for the United States. And then 4 years later, in 2000, she won another. As part of that, gold medal winning teams. After the Olympics, her illustrious career as a softball player has finally come to an end. Dot is working full-time as an orthopedic surgeon. Things are going really well. She's happily married to her husband, Bob, who has the same last name as me, by the way. And things are going really well. But she has an opportunity to get into politics. And she's not sure if she wants to or if she should. being a woman of faith, she asked God, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to continue being a surgeon? Should I go into politics? So she prayed about it, and she said the very next day, she got a phone call, and it was Liberty University. And they were asking her if she would come and take over the women's softball program and become the head coach. And Dot had never coached, never considered coaching. Here she is weighing her options, surgeon, politics, and what does she choose? She chooses to become the head coach at Liberty University. She has been doing just that for the last 9 years, being the head coach of the Liberty Flames women's softball team. Now I want to give you an up-close look at the card that I've been holding up. It's this Team Nabisco All-Stars. What I like about this one is Dot is wearing her Team USA uniform. She's holding her custom bat. And on it, she signed it right underneath the bat, Dot Richardson, USA #1. I just think it's a beautiful card, great image of Dot, and on the back, gives you some of the information that I talked about, but more in detail, going over all her accomplishments, which there were many. And that cheer in the background is definitely something that she heard a lot of. That was the legendary Dot Richardson, who this video is primarily about. The next lady I'm going to talk about was her teammate in the 96 and 2000 gold medal winning teams, and that is another legendary player, Lisa Fernandez. Lisa Fernandez is from Long Beach, California. She also went to UCLA, won a couple of championships with UCLA. She won 3 gold medals, which as you can see on her card there, 96, 2000, 2004. And you want to talk about a two-way star? Well, Lisa Fernandez is it. This autograph card tells us just how dominant Lisa was as a two-way star. Not only could she throw 75 miles an hour from the rubber, but she could really hit. As a matter of fact, she batted .545 during the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, which is still a record. And she also has the record for the most strikeouts in a game at 25. And this is an Olympic competition. So that's how dominant Lisa was. One of the greatest softball players of all time. As a matter of fact, she has been voted as the #1 greatest women's softball player of all time, and that is Lisa Fernandez. And that brings us to the third player and former teammate of Lisa Fernandez on the 2004 team, and that is Jenny Finch, who is considered by many to be the most famous of all women's softball players, and I tend to agree, because check out the highlights of what she did against Major League ball players.
The next one is a strike, but Pujols has no chance.
This game is hard, very hard.
Torrey Hunter, he knows he's not getting in there. By this point, not too many big leaguers were eager to face Finch's heat. And look where the catcher's receiving that pitch. One more swing for the slugger, and no chance again, as Pujols now knows he wants no part of Finch.
No, that's a strike. Dude, that ain't no strike. Ball.
That's a strike.
As you can see, Jenny Finch, she could even dominate the men. Legendary player, great person. She's doing great things in life, as are these other ladies here. 3 very special women, stars, actually legends of women's softball. And I love collecting these cards. I love to have these cards in my collection. I love doing the Diamond Girls series. So if you enjoyed this and you like learning about Diamond Girls, women in baseball, and softball, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'll be having more videos coming out real soon.